We used to get to a pour for our seminars every year, and it just got to be a logistical nightmare to make sure to always get one in. Weather, mud. Snowstorms, yeah. Convincing a homeowner to wait one more day to get it poured for a seminar. But if somebody is interested in seeing a pour, just let us know. Let whoever you're talking to at TF know, and we'll try to get you as close as we can to one. I know Vaughn in the crowd here visited one of our sites yesterday, right? We have an apartment complex going up in downtown Milwaukee. They're only on the very first stage. Unfortunately, it would have been nice to see much bigger, but any experience you wanted to share with seeing it? You didn't get to see a pour, it was just done, but it was...
Yeah, it was already poured. I would say one of their walls it was in excess of 30 feet of straight run, one or two small window openings in it, this size here. And the thing that stood out to me it was just a rifle shot head up through there. I didn't expect it to be crooked or anything, but I was very pleased to see how straight it was. And there were no signs of concrete seeping out or bows or anything. It looked like this.
Good, thank you. Yeah, the wall with an ICF, a form like ours, you can get it as perfect as you want it. You want it to be right on square within a 16th of an inch. Do you want it to be perfectly straight and flat, everything plumb? It has the ability to be perfect, but of course it's kind of a balance between time and speed and how perfect does it need to be, and, are we looking to be within a quarter inch or that type of thing. It's personal preference as you build, but there's no reason that if somebody wants it absolutely perfect that it can't be. So the door basically went together the same way. Of course, now we just come and fill in the top. You can fill in the top as you go. It's kind of nice to do so that you can get your horizontal rebar in as you go. You could certainly come back in afterwards and slide your rebar down the wall and then pull it back in. But another really good spot to use up scrap pieces. We're doing a drop. Okay, you should have a loose page that shows a drop wall or a step wall from like an 8 to a 4. And then we're going to show another ledge detail with a block out polystyrene piece like we were talking, where we can just shove something in to block out the concrete, so when you remove it, you're left with a ledge. Whenever we're looking to remove poly, we want to try to use an XPS product, or like the Dow, because XPS won't stick to the concrete like EPS will. This white foam will stick. You have to claw it off, get it off with a claw hammer or a scraper if you want to remove from the concrete. The XPS will just come right off. There's kind of a skin on the XPS that keeps it from having porous areas for the concrete to adhere to. So when we do blockouts, that's what we usually use. A lot of times just a 2-inch strip, 2-inch poly. And there's also a couple taper tops going in here, so you can look down the wall and just see what the taper top's doing. And then one of the spots that we were at was a pilaster. Was there any other questions on that? On building a pilaster? Okay. Again, we can make those any dimension, any width. We have details for all different sizes. We did one commercial project that had, I think we had 2 or 3 full binders full of different drawings of pilaster components. And we actually cut and labeled in our shop. They wanted us to do it, to package all the pilasters separately. So we had everyone labeled, and then labeled on their plan. You know, A1 goes here, and here's all the components, and every component was labeled on how it goes together, so their guys could just open up a bundle and just put the pieces together and put the pilaster in place. But we're talking 2, 3, 4 foot wide pilasters. So on a drop down, if we're just going to shut off a wall, whether it's 8 foot or 9 foot, 10 foot, whatever, we would just shut it off. In this scenario, we wouldn't be coming back to pour against it again, so it's not like a shut off of a wall that we're going to start pouring on again. So all we got to do is put something there to attach to. And when we would see a scenario like this, would be if we were doing a walkout basement project and they decided not to build ICF through the openings for some reason. We do see it. We try to let everybody know that if you're going through the trouble of an ICF foundation, the beauty is that you can put your openings in it. So don't stop at your walkout area. Build right through. Build your openings in the ICF. But in this scenario, if you drop down, again, we put wood there so that they're going to come back on here with a knee wall. They can have something to attach to and build their wood wall right out. And that's just a bracing detail because there's going to be a lot of pressure on that wall wanting to push that last form out. So we just brace it back. No other window or door questions? Bracing inside the window or door, I don't think we touched on yet. But you can see the cross bracing in that opening. That right there is what you would have for bracing in that opening.